afternoon, everybody. Hope you're well. Just another real quick one today because I've just been finishing one of the best books I've ever read, actually. Oddly enough, it's by Bear Grylls, which has thrown me a little bit, but he's insane. His mindset is literally unwavering. I mean, imagine being in a place where you are stuck in the wilderness and you have to overcome that, and it is mentally just exhausting. That agility is just phenomenal. So reading his book about it was like loads of different life lessons, but he was really interesting. And coming to the end of the book has made me really, and you always do this, I think, if you're into personal development and you read a book, and when you come to the end of the book, it's a little bit like, oh, now I've got to find something else. But it makes you really think, because it switches you into a different level of thinking, because you can learn so much from each different author that you're learning from. So he was incredible. Really recommend reading it. I'll post the name of it. It's like Bear Grylls Life Lessons or something like that. But basically, one of the key things that came away from that was, what do you do when life gives you lemons? Because a lot of the time, when life throws something sour at you, you're like, oh, fuck's sake, can't believe this is happening. This is like the worst situation ever. I'll go into shutdown mode and I'm going to become a victim, and woe is me. I'll throw myself a pity party, can't be bothered doing anything. And that's what most people do. And I've been there. I've been that person, and now I'm just like, can't be bothered even being that person. I can't even be bothered being around those types of people, because I'm just like, oh, get over yourself. Like, stop thinking about yourself. I find it quite a selfish way of thinking, to be honest. But that takes time. It takes learning. It takes a hell of a lot of personal development to get out of victim mode. It means giving up the need to blame. And Peter Sage is incredible for somebody to learn about how to do all these different things. Because he talks about the 4 levels of consciousness. But one of the things that you have to do is give up the need for blame. So constantly blaming other people for your situation, for the problems that are going on. And when life gives you lemons and it throws you something sour, are you somebody that sits and squids that, oh, this is disgusting? Or do you make lemonade? Do you go out and turn something so bitter into something really sweet and amazing? And that is literally one of the biggest secrets of success I've ever met, I've ever come across, and it's a skill, because it is a skill, in something that everybody that I've met that's successful, and I've met quite a lot of successful people in the last few years, particularly living in London, and honestly, I cannot even comprehend how important that skill is. To be able to pick yourself up, that bounce back ability is literally just on another level. I'm just going to share this into my personal page. But having that bounce back ability is just something that is so vital, because if you're the sort of person that's going to complain about everything that's happening and not do anything about it, every single time life throws you a curveball, you're going to sit and be a victim all the time. Not only are you attracting more of it, because what you think about, you bring about. So if you're sat there in victim mode, you're going to attract more times and circumstances for you to be in victim mode. And so you're going to keep being in victim mode. You'll spend your life in victim mode. You're going to be one of those people that goes, oh, it's just one thing after another. Bad things always come in threes. Like, you know, that same shit that comes out of most people's mouths, and you're just like, yeah, all right then, whatever. And you've got to think, like, some people are just like, oh, go away. Like, stop being that massive emotional hoover, like that energy sucker, you know, like they complain all the time. It's like, oh. But anyway, so best thing that you can do is give up the need for blaming. Like, take complete ownership. When you can take ownership of your life, when you can sit there and go, actually, this shit situation that's happening might not be something that I've anticipated, but it's something that I can take control of. And also, if you can find opportunity in adversity, you will literally be able to do anything. And that's just a fact. You'll be able to do anything if you can be that person that no matter what happens, that no matter what life throws at you, you'll come out on top. It's 99% here. Because if you can control what's going on in here, you'll be able to control the other situations. But you have to be a person that is able and is willing. And that's the most important part of it, is actually being willing to be that person to go, this isn't for me, this isn't my life, I am not going to sit and complain, I am not going to be in this lack of state, I am not going to be a victim anymore. But you have to completely let go of that and go, that's it, that's not me. And then you can start working at a higher level, thinking at a higher level and going, right, life's giving me a shit situation, I'm not going to blame anybody else, because as soon as you blame other people and you try and push that blame, you are losing control. You lose control over what is going on. So take ownership, then you've got control again. And you're able to go, okay, I can have pick of the lot of what I'm going to do next, and then you can go forward from there. But you're not ever going to go forward if you are in victim mode, if you are the person that's always blaming, because no one really wants to listen to you complain. No one cares about, most of the people that you complain to, I promise you, don't give a shit. They literally do not give the first fuck if you are complaining or not. In fact, the rest of them are actually quite happy that it's not just them going through the shit. So don't complain, just don't give it up, just give it up. Give up the need for complaining, give up the need for blaming other people, take back control and be the sort of person that when life does throw you a curveball, you can just come out on top, because it's not, just whinging about it isn't going to stop it from happening, and it's not going to stop it from happening in the future, because that's just how life is. You can't anticipate what's going to happen next. You can't say, oh well, and plan for everything that's going to happen. So you deal with it when it does happen. You don't need to worry about what's going to happen in the future, and you just come out on top because you decide and you make that decision that that is what you want to do, and that is where you're going to go next, and that is the position that you're going to put yourself in. So don't be the victim in a situation all the time. Don't pass the blame on to other people. Literally grab those lemons, squeeze the shit out of them when they're thrown at you, and become the most powerful version of you. Take control back over your life, and don't let that be something that other people have control over, because you've taken that control back. So when life does throw you lemons, you're just like, yeah, cool, I'll make lemonade, I don't care, it's cool. And trust me, like, we're all there, we've all been there, we all have shit times. Some people, you know, even, you know, I can sit there and be like, oh God, I can feel that for you. But do you know what? The strongest and the hardest battles that you have to do will make you the stronger person that you've never had to be before. It's such an opportunity for growth, and I find this all the time. Crisis is always an opportunity to be able to grow out into something else, into something bigger, into something more, and you just have to take that opportunity and go, okay, I'm going to be able to do this, and I'm going to move through it, and I'm going to happen to work through this, and I'll overcome whatever life throws at me. But you have to be able to take those lemons and literally make what you need to out of them. And that's something that is such an incredible skill to have, and it's such a nice way of being, and you'll attract more incredible people into life by being that way, because you don't want to be the energy hoover when you walk into the room. You don't want to be the person that literally complains, whinges, blames, gossips, because it's just like so low level shit where it's like, oh, why? Sort your shit out, stop whinging about it to me. And that's why it's just, you have to be that place, you have to be in that place. So I will leave it there. Be a person that really, really makes the most out of these lemons, and do whatever you need to do to be able to become a better person and to become a stronger person that can overcome any challenge, because you have it within you, but you need to just tap into that resource. And this is something that Tony Robbins talks about a lot. He talks about you don't lack the resources, you lack resourcefulness. You've got everything that you need within you. You need to tap into that. You need to find that. You need to find that strength, that courage, that ability, those skills. Because you've got them. You've been through shit before. You can go through it again. But you need to just find that resourcefulness to be able to push forward and to be able to keep growing. I will go now. But thank you ever so much. Really just for a flying visit today, because I've got lots of stuff to do. Yes. So enjoy your day. We're only at 3 o'clock, not even 3 o'clock yet. So you've got the rest of the day. So whatever you're going through right now, just take control, give up the need to blame, and completely run with it. You've got it within you to do it. So, mwah, see you later, guys.